Chuwi Hi13 is a large 13.5-inch Chinese tablet which offers quite some special features. Those include a Intel Celeron processor, 4 speakers and a high-resolution display. We've put this tablet to the test for 1 week to check out if it delivers what it's promising. I'm Christopher for CMM, enjoy watching this review. The tablet comes in a large brown cardboard box. Package contents include a quick start guide, 1 quality check report, 1 USB Type-C cable and 1 USB Type-C power supply with 12 volts and 2 amps. The tablet itself is made from metal, which makes it look very premium and sturdy, but actually that's just an illusion. Once you inspect it a little closer, you will quickly notice some weaknesses. The body isn't as sturdy as it may seem since there is no metal chassis inside. Holding the tablet on just one of its edges, the body does bend noticeably. Still, the tablet is quite heavy. 1.044 kilograms really get quite uncomfortable after a while of holding it. Another cheap feeling detail of the body are the hardware buttons. Made from plastic, they rattle quite a bit. Besides of that, there isn't much to complain about on the build quality, so everyone who can live with those mentioned flaws should be satisfied. The ports are placed on the left side of the tablet. The lower side of the tablet contains the dock connector, which connects to the optionally available keyboard dock. What's more, on every one of the 4 edges there is 1 speaker, so we have a total of 4 speakers in here. The front houses a front camera and a charging indicator LED above the screen. To the right of the screen there is a Windows button which opens the Start menu when touching it. The screen inside the Chuwi Hi13 at 13.5 inches is huge and operates at the insane resolution of 3000 by 2000 pixels. Chuwi, as usual, uses a high-quality IPS LCD panel which in combination with the high resolution delivers very sharp content. Viewing angles, colors and contrast are great. Sadly, the LCD panel isn't laminated with the front glass, so there are reflections. When being outdoors, the screen, despite the high 450 nits brightness, doesn't offer the best readability. The screen brightness can be controlled automatically thanks to an ambient light sensor. The touchscreen supports up to 10 touch points but isn't perfect. There is a slight input lag and the accuracy of the touch panel isn't always perfect. The touchscreen also offers support for a high pen stylus with 1024 levels of pressure, but it's not Wacom compatible unfortunately. The screen glass isn't hardened, so you should handle it with care. Also, it's a real fingerprint magnet. Inside the Chuwi Hi13 there is an Intel Celeron N3450 processor with 4 cores which operate at a base clock of 1.1 GHz and a maximum clock of 2.2 GHz. We already know this processor from the Chuwi Labbook 14.1, in which it offered a nice performance. However, that's not the case on the Chuwi Hi13. The chipset just can't handle the high resolution screen. As a result, even the 2D animations of Windows do stutter, and of course it does also struggle with anything 3D. Actually, you can't play any games on the Chuwi Hi13. Even those low-end Windows Store games like Asphalt Extreme do not run smooth, even when setting graphics down to the absolute minimum. The bad performance, by the way, isn't caused by a lack of cooling. Actually, cooling is better than on the Labbook. It never does thermal throttling or thermal shutdowns. Under maximum load, the temperature stays between 80 to 87 degrees Celsius. The 4 GB of RAM are a bit small, since 600 MB of it are dedicated to the GPU. So there are 3.4 GB left for your applications, which is enough to run around 3 to 4 programs at once. But as soon as you open more, the tablet will slow down since it runs out of available RAM. Internal memory is based on Samsung eMMC chips and offers a total storage space of 64 GB. It reaches very good reading speed, but the writing speed isn't the best. We would have liked to see a 64 GB SSD in there or at least a 128 GB eMMC memory. If you like, you can expand the memory through microSD cards with up to 128 GB. The SD reader is actually quite fast, which is a plus. What disappointed us is that Chuwi kicked out the full-sized USB ports, which previous models of their tablets usually had. That means you have to live with the USB Type-C and micro USB port only. Just if you buy the keyboard dock, you will get 2 full USB ports. The Chuwi Hi13 runs Windows 10 Home 64-bit. The system comes in English language, but other languages can be installed with no issues. There is no pre-installed bloatware or malicious software. Windows updates do work like a charm. Other operating systems are not supported. The UEFI doesn't support booting anything else than Windows right now. The Chuwi Hi13 does support AC Wi-Fi and thus reaches a good bandwidth. Signal strength is good, but speed drops one floor below or above the router. There are no signal losses though. Bluetooth 4.0 is supported too. We did test it with headphones and a keyboard and haven't spotted any issues. The 4 speakers inside the tablet do sound surprisingly decent. Basses are rather strong, especially when enabling bass boost in the Realtek HD Audio Manager. The headphone jack delivers a good audio signal with high volume and no interferences. The microphone doesn't deliver a good audio quality, but it's enough to use Cortana. On the camera side of things, the Chuwi Hi13 offers a 5-megapixel camera on the rear and a 2-megapixel camera on the front. Both are good for video chats without any big quality demands, and the main camera is okay to take pictures of notes, but not more. The 10,000 mAh battery offers a battery life of 2.5 to 6 hours, depending on how high the processor load is and what screen brightness you use. During office work, the battery lasts around 5 hours, and while watching movies, it is drained after around 4 hours. Charging the tablet with the 12 volts 2 amps USB Type-C power supply is fast. It takes 3 hours for a full charge and 2.5 hours when turned off while charging. Verdict: the Chuwi Hi13 is a large and nice looking tablet with halfway decent specs. But the high resolution screen causes massive performance issues. Due to this, the tablet is mainly good for surfing non-demanding web pages, working with Office or watching movies. Due to that, it can only be recommended to a limited audience. So that's all for this video. A shop link and more information is located down in the video description. I am Christopher for CMM, thanks for watching and see you in the next one.